Hey there, it's Ben from Pattern Profits bringing you the weekend update and weekly watch list for the week of September 12th. First, we're going to take a look at the IWO anchored VWAP from off of that swing high. You're right into that area. You also had these prior lows over here, 233, 231, 232. You're right back into that zone as well. 10-20 clouded back above the 10 portion, below the 20 portion. Can push through there. You've got year-to-date anchored VWAP just above 200-day moving average declining from above. To the downside, anchored VWAP off that most recent swing low and anchored VWAP off of the June low below there. Also 50-65 cloud just below. So we'll see how they act early in the week. Would be a big move for the small cap growth if they can push back above that anchored VWAP from off of the swing high, start making progress up the right side here, would give a little bit more conviction to that group. Going to also take a look at FFTY, IBD 50, just because of how important that anchored VWAP level has become. This swing high here, the swing high from back here, and the anchored VWAP from off of the low, all meeting right there, 10, 20, 50, 65 cloud. All right there as well. So you have confluence right there that could act as potential resistance, or if we can make some upside progress, push through there, turn them back to the upside, potentially act as support on any pullbacks. We'll just have to see how they act. PDP, similar type situation. If we're looking at the momentum ETF here, anchored VWAP from off of the swing high right up against that, kind of capped the upside on Friday. You're right there into the 20 portion of 1020 cloud too. That anchored VWAP from off of the low just below was able to reclaim that, gapped above there. Needs to push through there. Above there you have year to date anchored VWAP and the 200-day. Getting right into our watch list. ARRY seems like I've been waiting on this one to go for a while. Still consolidating here, had the power earnings gap back here. Got that descending trend line right up against it, keeps acting as resistance. Anchored VWAP off of the high and off of the gap, also acting as resistance. Needs to push through there, come on out of there. And then we've got 24, the prior high. You want to take that out. So we'll be keeping a close eye on this ARRY solar top-rated group. So we'll see if we can get a flag breakout there. Also note this gap back here, that anchored VWAP continues to act as support to the downside. So if it does come in a little bit more, watch that level, see if it holds again before a breakout again. That's Array Technologies, ARRY. Going to take a look at CTVA, this one in fertilizer, cup with handle pattern, 63.77 is that standard pivot. Nice day there on Friday. Even though that's red, it was a nice move. It just closed below the open. Just below you have that anchored VWAP off of the high 1020 cloud there, kind of at the low. 63.77 is that standard pivot where you want to really see volume pick up. Had light volume there on Friday. Hinted at big volume there on Thursday as it came through VWAP back above 1020 cloud, but not so much but on Friday, but really want to see that pick up through 63.77. Be aware on the other side, 64.03, that prior high. So if you do push through there, be aware of 64.03. Want to make sure you take out that level as well. Palo Alto Networks, another one, had a power earnings gap back here. Let me zoom out just a little bit. We had discussed this one early with the power of 3 down here. Came in, retested, reclaimed that year-to-date anchored VWAP, tested it again over here, and then a nice run. Now, zooming in, you have the power earnings gap here. Made a new high there of 578.79 and then came back in, retested that year-to-date. Nice run the last few sessions. Last week was good. Back above anchored VWAP off of that power earnings gap. So now you want to reclaim that peg high right here, 572.60. You get back above there, you got a shot at 578.79 and into new relative highs. I like the idea of benching it tightly against that anchored VWAP. Then as you start to make progress, this 1020 starts to turn to the upside. can trail against 1020 cloud to manage risk. Going to also take a look in oil and gas. If oil and gas has a big week, we have quite a few names setting up nicely. We'll just have to see how they act. Cup with handle pattern here in SM 47.19, the standard pivot above. Reclaim that anchored VWAP from off of that swing high. That was reclaimed there on Friday. 1020 cloud just below, anchored VWAP just below. You're going to see a lot of these that look very similar. 47.19, the standard pivot above. I could either get this, if it does come in a little bit back here closer to VWAP in 1020, can manage that really tightly, or on the breakout, big volume through 47.19. Be aware, 54.97 on the left side as you start to make some progress up the right side area that you'd want to consider for another consolidation or handle on strength and up higher. A couple big boys in the same group, COP. Same type situation here. You back above anchored VWAP off of the swing high with 1020 cloud just below. Nice move there. 115.47, the standard pivot above. Cup with handle pattern 124.08 on the left side here with ConocoPhillips. Same situation here. If it comes in, I could see taking it tight, benched against anchored VWAP in 1020 cloud, or I could see on strength through 115.47 on big volume. That's COP, XOM, same type thing, cup, handle pattern, reclaimed anchored VWAP there. This one kind of tight as it is, could take this right here and bench it against anchored VWAP 1020 on strength in the group. 101.56, that's the level you're going to want to see for the more traditional cup with handle breakout. You want to see big volume through there. Be aware, 105.57 on the left side. That's ExxonMobil. Sticking with this theme, CLR, cup with handle pattern. Same situation here. You see that anchored VWAP reclaimed within the handle back above 1020 cloud. 72.70, the standard pivot above. Can either take that on weakness as it comes in, bench real tight in here, or as it pushes through 72.70 on big volume, 75.49. The level on the left to be aware of. Getting into some biotech names, flags setting up. You had this cup handle, big breakout here for AXSM. Big volume as it came in, really quiet volume as it's consolidating here. You're in a bit of a VWAP pinch, VWAP from off of the high volume gap, which was here. VWAP from off of the high there, price consolidating between the two, like I said, on quiet volume, right into 1020 cloud. So just looking for this to make that move out of the flag breakout. I do have a position here, AXSM, looking for the flag breakout. Will be nice if big volume comes in too, like we've seen a couple times in the past. Same group, going to take a look at KRTX. This is another one that had this cup with handle pattern, big breakout, power earnings gap, huge volume. Again, kind of consolidating on light volume, quiet volume there as it consolidates. It's just below 1020 cloud, but holding that anchored VWAP from off of the gap. You do have this anchored VWAP from off of the high and that descending trend line there. That acted as resistance on Friday, wasn't able to push through there. Looking for this, maybe go sideways another day or two and then push up and through. Want to see it take out 278.25 too once it does come out of there. Again, that's KRTX. One more to take a look at. Same group, RYTM. This, another flag moving sideways. Had a bit of a fake out here and then a shakeout here and then a nice recovery. Inside day on Friday, right there into anchored VWAP from off of the high, anchored VWAP from off of that prior high. Inside day comes out over 24.37. If that can come out to the upside, maybe the catalyst to push it through that descending trend line and get it back into new highs above 27.29. That's what I'd be looking for there. Really quiet volume, big volume on the way up here. That's what we'd look for as this moves into new highs for that volume to pick back up. That's all I have into the week ahead. Hope you have a great trading week, and I will see you over on FinTwit.